Twist, twist the tattoo into the hole. My baby's twisted, I can't resist it, but that's just rock and roll. Forget forgiveness.
Hey, Tully, you ready for the next one?
God, Sticky, as ready as I can be.
Yeah, you are always sticky. You're just constantly covered in it. Ha ha ha.
How dare you talk about my jelly hands?
I was talking more about your jelly butt. You're actually like 80% gelatin.
Stop revealing my secret that I am in fact a goo girl.
Yeah, that's a funny thing to say considering what we're going to be seeing shortly. I'm ready for the video, are you?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go! My daughter moved to this low-income commune 6 weeks ago. 6 weeks ago. I'm just here helping her settle in. I wish she would just let me pay her Frankton rent. I think this is actually the reason why I specifically started in front of this guy is that... What? What is the point of this dialogue? Why is he on a tree stump in front of an axe? Why is he making that pose? Why is his tie floating like that?
It's because this is just the exact same model as the guy in Frankton whose tie is stuck in the mailbox.
Oh my god, you're right. But why wouldn't they have just at least lowered the tie? Ugh. You're looking for the Manser's house, huh? Why? Did she give you a key too? My wife says I need to get rid of the key if I ever want to see my kids again, but I'd rather die than let someone else see my beautiful leggy wife.
Leggy candy.
Yeah. Oh, leggy candy, excuse me.
So we have to beat up this
alcoholic who only has 3 Wine of Fortune cards, because ha ha ha, he's an alcoholic. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Lisa the Painful, a game I've never shown you, but I think I might do a little let's play up so I can torture you.
I know I've only ever heard you talk about it with other people, and I was confused and horrified.
It's a very good game. It's also a game where you will feel bad pretty quickly. It's one of those games that people refer to as being one of the classic indie RPGs, which makes me feel incredibly old, like the Undertales and such and so forth.
Let's drop the bass.
Yay! She said the meme. This guy's got an absurd amount of health. Luckily, I'm just gonna shoot him with a gun over and over again, so...
That usually solves problems with drunks.
Check out my
This was way worse when it was a quick time event thing, because you would have to do the dodge every single time, and oh, it sucks so hard. What was I gonna... Oh yeah, indie RPGs. It's actually funny to think about because I think the Allenson brothers definitely thought that YIIK 1.0 was going to be on the level with Undertale, which...
Ooh.
Yeah, didn't happen considering Undertale is in Smash Brothers, and the only reason people know about fucking YIIK is as a meme. Like, there's definitely a community of people who... Well, yeah, there's definitely a community of people who like YIIK, although I'm pretty sure like 80% of it is just Gen Z irony, but I don't know. I mean, if you're 14 and you played YIIK 1.0 and it was like the first game you've ever played that was like a Paper Mario game, you'd probably be like, yo, this is some really innovative and fresh new ideas. And then you would take that child and say, hey, you should play Thousand Year Door, and they'd go, oh god, oh, my whole life is a lie. Also, why do I want to have sex with this ghost?
That's an important formative experience, wanting to have sex with that ghost.
No, nowadays kids are forming their sexual kinks off of Minecraft and Fortnite. Just...
I'd prefer Minecraft be the source than Fortnite, honestly. At least Minecraft doesn't have buff Peter Griffin in it.
That is true. I do have to think about buff Peter Griffin now. Then you also have to think about the consequences of, like, are those Minecraft boobs round or squared? Big argument in the Minecraft porn community, of which there's a distressing amount of, by the way. Probably shouldn't be talking about this in a YouTube video, but I expect these to be...
Certainly not in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, it's like it's gonna be monetized. Do you know how many times I swear and slur and insinuate that the government needs to blow up?
Wahoo.
Oh, look. Yay, and look, the little one's in there.
I see you settled into the mine dungeon quite well. Have you met the
No, because she's not here anymore.
Oh, I guess you wouldn't.
There aren't floors
She's
anymore
on
either.
Floor 15. There is
Maybe
a
floor
girl
15 will
who
just be
minds
level
the place
15.
all by herself. Tell her the crow told you to come read old memories. She will show you the rest. Before you go, I feel like I should warn you about that girl.
Yeah, warn me about the girl that you
Ask
just told me to go
whatever
talk to.
questions you want, but remember, she may not.
It's not much of a
answer.
warning.
There are things I cannot say, and things she certainly.
This is what I tell my players in
However,
D&D to do, and they never
she'll
ask any questions.
ask you
Let alone the right ones, right, Tol?
questions. Ask as
I'm incapable of
many as
asking
you
the
can
correct
think of.
questions.
That
Hey, can I make this
your
grenade?
job.
Do I know how to make this grenade? Do I know how to make
That
this
was
grenade?
okay.
The dungeon of the
Clarification. That was not
mind.
me.
You are free
I
to
know.
do
I'm,
as you
I'm,
was
I'm
not- I
mocking
want-
somebody else.
understand.
I want our viewer, our single commenter, to know that I am not the one who repeatedly asked if I could make the grenade.
No, you just keep trying to cut things with your cursed sword you shouldn't have picked up.
You put a big shiny sword in front of me. What am I supposed to do?
Think about it. Oh, I bet you were like texting me at this moment. We'll probably have to do a cut here because it's very boring. How long is this going for? What were you bothering me about, I wonder?
I don't know. It's been like 2 weeks since you recorded this.
I don't think it's been that long, but it has been a while. I'm pretty sure I recorded this on the 15th, so...
Yeah, it's been.
Oh wait,
9
we're not.
since-
Shh, we're not supposed to mention things like that. We're supposed to leave the videos to be timeless. Woo.
Then why would at the end of the last video we brought up the recent Reddit news at the end to fill space?
Look, I'm not saying we're good at it. We should just. Oh yeah, here we go. New scene, new cutscene. It has my favorite character in it. Hi, Michael. Would you the camera?
Who are you guys?
I might.
I'm Alex. I
We're
come
about on
from
the
the
same
internet.
level.
I look more Garode music. Well, the same Garode music they always play.
1 sec.
I don't blame them. If I had Garode make music for me, I would play it all the time. I don't know if it really fits
Come in.
Rory's vibe.
A noticeably different microphone than the others.
A lot of things to notice in the room, but the most immediate one is Barksy. For some reason, Barksy the dog is here. Also, look,
Darcy, the golden alpaca.
So hey,
Sanic.
yeah, I'm
it's
Rory.
shitty OC.
You probably figured that much out on
I
your
started
own.
laughing really hard when I saw it.
If not, why would I?
Did
be
they
letting you
update
in
his
my
hair
room?
model?
No, I don't think
What are your
so.
names?
Oh, just for the
I'm
viewers
Alex.
to
Spell
deal
it
with this
like-
consequence. If you look
No, I
back
mean, what are your screen
at
names? That's how I
the
know all of you, so that'll be
history
more
of
beneficial.
YIIK, it's pretty clear that at one point
Oh,
Rory was
I'm
supposed to always have his
SNES
hood up, which
99.
would make sense. As like, look at Michael go.
Michael is very
Wave,
former
back
and
to dog.
realizing cool after
Borb. That Rory's hair was clearly meant to be a
Hey, aren't you
hood,
that
and then
girl?
they had to like edit over
The one
it
from
to
Windows
give him
87's post about the
a
girl who's ripping up
like
holes in reality's
hairstyle.
town?
So now he has this freak hairstyle that doesn't really work.
But don't
It's
believe
fine,
everything
but
read on the
you can
internet.
tell that it's
Before
just a hood they had to edit over, probably because they already had all of the
Hey, I invented
in-game
lying
sprites
on the internet,
done.
So no need to warn me. Anyway, I'll have my eyes on you.
or not
Don't need
sprites.
to
This
Infinity
fill
isn't
line
in
on
my
the internet.
basement with your mind powers or whatever the
this
hell
isn't
else
sprites. They're
Well, then just
2D
remain on my
model.
good side.
What?
So,
I'm just gonna
Rory,
cut
tell
all
us
of this.
about
I'm
your
stupid.
sister.
Dog.
When did she disappear?
Dog.
My
A
sister,
shot of Rory and his sister and a
she
picture
vanished
behind
about
Villa.
3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Went to school one day, left school, and now she's gone.
Mind you, I'm not judging hairstyles
crazy
like this. I
elevator
had
went
one
over
kind of
either,
like
she's just
this. It just didn't look
gone.
like I was wearing a hood.
Oh, did your parents get the
I don't know what the
involved?
fuck that poster is for that game.
No, my
Looks
parents
like a
aren't
cool
exactly
game
what
if it's
you call
real.
Proactive. They aren't the types that jump to their kids' defense when they're in trouble.
Do you think it would be
Pet the
okay
dog.
if
Pet
we
the dog.
talked to
Pet the
them?
dog.
No,
I don't know.
that
Not
wouldn't
give
be
a
okay.
damn.
Terrain,
It's
magical
complicated.
expertise. Can't tell you what that is.
I see.
Hey, look,
Well,
it's Carrie.
who else knows that she's missing? This is extremely serious. A teenage girl goes missing, and someone needs to be doing something about it.
Deviation perspective,
Yeah,
Wrong
but
Soul
it's-
Requiem,
Yeah.
starring DC
Okay,
Douglas
right.
as Golden
Where do we
Alpaca.
begin?
You think
Well,
that would be
my
alarming
sister
to those
Carrie
two?
started acting weird a few months back. She was having trouble with some girls at school, but nothing she couldn't handle. So one day, things get really weird when I find her in the attic. She was holding some of her baby toys, stuff that's been boxed up for years. I
So
asked
this
her
is
what
all
she was
new, by the
doing,
way.
and she said
This
she
wasn't
needed
here
This is
before.
like, I really like this
gifts for
cutscene.
kids who had less than she did. So then she left. She took 7 things with her. After she vanished, I went around looking for her and I found her toys scattered everywhere. Anyway, the weird thing is, each place a toy was found, an accident happened there shortly after. One of the toys was left at an underpass, and the next day a kid
Barksy.
was killed when a car hit
Bor,
him.
bor, bor, bor.
And I know that sounds like a coincidence, but then at a train station,
Michael.
a woman was robbed, and the guy who grabbed
Michael's
her purse
having
ran
the
into
fucking
tracks and
drama.
got hit by not the train, but a cop car that lost control and plowed into him. Anyway, this old lady had a heart attack and died the next day at the grocery store right on top of a sewage cap where another toy had been found. You can't tell me all of that is a coincidence.
Did anything happen to you personally when you went to these locations? Were you the one who found the toys?
Just having Michael
I-
visible in these
yeah.
shots makes him feel
Yeah,
like he's
both.
actually part of the plot. Where in the base game, you fucking never felt like he was there.
Let's just go to the places. I think
Because
it'd
he
be
didn't have
best
much
for me to show you
dialogue, and they
myself.
did the visual novel style interactions.
A
So
lot.
only the people talking were on the screen.
Yeah, a lot of that was what ruined it. Oh, we actually have to follow this dingus around. And I'm going to immediately lose track of him multiple times. I briefly try to figure out what the hell Rory's gimmick is, and the answer is he's just pretty much base old Rory. At least for the moment. He has a base. He's 1.2 Rory. He does this little parry state where if somebody hits him, he bonks them for a bunch of damage. However, if you look at his speed stat, you'll notice it's a little bit higher than everybody else's.
Wow, he does get very fast.
He acts about... Yeah, he's like 4 times faster than the rest of the party. Look.
Explains why you Wah.
That was here before, although the camera obviously wasn't. Pretty cool. I immediately go back into the mine dungeon. There must be more abilities to unlock.
And you did level up. Tip, you're gonna have to face reality someday.
No, I won't. That's why I'm trans, 'cause I'm trying not to. Oh, that was dark. I'm gonna have to cut that one, Yeah, we got a Rory ability, but it's useless. Wait, no, if that was Suture, it's actually quite handy.
That was you give an ally a random carta.
Okay, that's not Suture. That one's pretty shit, because it requires you handing off one of your cards. It doesn't give them a new carta. Yeah, he has one called Suture that just puts a heart card in their hand, which is incredibly useful. I haven't figured out the question. I mean, I have an answer to the question.
Is it kill Alex?
No, it's doing your mom. Doing your mom. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding.
I mean, is this the one that made you send me that message that made me go, what? Is that why
No.
she's called Ophelia?
No, not
Okay,
yet.
yeah,
I don't think
Pasta.
it'll be this one. I think we have to get a little farther in.
Damn.
I think I am missing one of Rory's abilities, but God knows where they are. Till you get the rock blow up, a lot of them are hidden. I think, if I recall correctly... Oh, there's one on my left. Do I notice it, or am I stupid? There we go. Good job, me. Yeah, you can also trade your stats with an enemy, which sounds fucking useless. Because Rory's stats aren't that bad, but his speed stat is really high. So I can't think of a
You're just
situation...
giving them-
Yeah, super speed. Like, I don't see the value here.
You don't even level up?
Well, I already leveled up. I only had 8 XP total. Now, I didn't initially notice the camera was there. You can see me momentarily like, oh. They like putting him in this one pose a lot. Get back here, you little Man, I do slur a lot in my day-to-day. It's fine, I'm allowed to say it, though. I am, in fact, I'll have to put some kind of funny noise over that one. Who's, like, the gayest actor you can think of?
I have an answer, but I know the answer is wrong.
Gene Wilder. I don't think he was gay.
Willem Dafoe.
What? No.
Willem
I don't think he's gay.
That's why I said I know I'm wrong, but that's my answer.
I think we all have
I think you're just gay for him.
Bodies, and they usually end with our bodies being destroyed. But sometimes, very rarely, we leave
He
our
is
bodies
right about
without
that.
dying.
In this world, anyway.
What exactly happened here, Rory? What makes you say this?
Okay, forget that.
So,
I can't explain it right now.
Has it
Let's
occurred to you
continue
that Vella's really small?
Yeah, she's a little creature.
She's a little bean.
I think it is especially prominent in
Rory,
in the
get back
animated
here!
cutscenes.
I guess his speed spat is accurate to his fucking movement. Zipping around.
The elemental composition
This is
of
from
the
the
human
wiki.
body can be looked at from
The
point of view of
Wikipedia.
either mass
I don't know if it's still
composition
like
or
this.
atomic composition.
I don't
The
know,
adult
like
male
character
human
reasons,
body
I
is
do
approximately
believe that
57%
Rory would
water,
memorize a
and
Wikipedia
water
page.
is 11%
Man,
hydrogen mass.
his
With 67%
portrait
if you
really
count
does
atom.
look like
Most
it's a
of the
hood.
mass of the human body is oxygen.
It's especially
Most
like
of
the
atoms in
the
the human
reflective
body are
line on it that
hydrogen
makes it look like it's
What we love
like
to forget is
shiny.
soul
Perfectly
when we
round.
talk about our makeup.
Yeah.
I don't really believe in souls in a religious sense. I like to think about the soul as our mind. Have you ever imagined what it would be like if we successfully performed a brain transplant, but when the person woke up,
This is a
they were
Jacob
exactly
Geller
the
video
same?
about this.
Like, the brain is
Mhm.
a physical part.
I'm
of
pretty sure I had like a
consciousness,
mental
but
breakdown
the
trying to
moment it's
watch
in a
it
new
after you
body,
forced
the
me
old
because you
soul,
love that kind of stuff.
brain or whatever.
Toll's a
enters
big
back
gore
into the
hound.
body and poof, we're
I'm not
back
a
to being
gorehound, I'm
ourselves.
just
Do
curious.
people really know that the
Yeah.
brain contains our
Yeah, that's why you have that
thoughts?
55
before you tell me
gigabyte
about the
file of
science
people
behind
getting
it, I know you're
pushed
right.
into the
No,
femur
I don't.
breaker.
I have no such thing.
You love the femur breaker. You
You're
have a
bit off on
tattoo
both
of
your
it.
Science and metaphysics, but you're onto
No,
something.
my tattoo is cringe. I don't have a tattoo of the femur breaker.
Yeah, no, if it was actually a tattoo of the femur breaker, I'd be probably happier with you.
My head, the rational part
No,
of my brain was
instead I
already
have an
thinking of a
Adventure Zone
variety of
tattoo.
directions
Yeah,
as
so
a
that now I
genius.
have to think about going to town on you and then looking up and thinking about the
This week-
McElroy brothers.
I knew pretty much anything was possible.
I'm a dirty boy. Just get your sauce up in my mouth.
Okay, let's go to the next spot. I'll try there.
Yeah, let's go, Rory. Bring me on the adventure. Whee! Also, he's not like showing us places and then being like, that's where violence happened. He's just like
Sometimes it feels like my sister is
buttering
somewhere
about
upstairs.
nonsense.
And I don't mean to suggest that I forget that she isn't there. It goes beyond that. There are times where I feel like she's physically there. Like, in the same way I can feel my foot is attached to my leg without actually having to touch
Yeah,
it
that's
with
just
my
called
hand.
grief,
But
Rory.
she isn't here right now. There is one more place we can check. Let's go back to the overpass.
Running us around in a fucking circle. So that he can then drag us into the sewer dungeon. Oh yeah, here's me not noticing Rory's behind me. And then I
Get
stop
hidden by
right-
the flag.
Yeah, and
perfectly.
I stop in front of the US flag and I'm laughing to myself like, haha, United States, how funny. Imagine living in the States. That's pretty entertaining. That's humorous. Rory somehow talking to me despite the fact that he's not here. So I'm like, oh, he must be a rat. Where is he? Then I see him in the fucking far distance. I'm like, oh, god damn it. You little fucking egg, don't make me crack you. Which is to say, I'm gonna throw Rory into a wall until his skull splits. As
You know, he
the
bounces off wearing a skirt.
nah, there are. Rory has a unfortunate character trait of being annoying.
Okay, someone lift the sewer cap.
I don't think he's intended to be annoying, but he just
You want
is.
to go down there?
It's probably the
Yes,
fact
I
that he
think
has a
that would be a
voice
good
like
idea.
mine where he talks like this.
Boys,
Which
give
doesn't
him a
help.
hand.
But also he just natters on about
Okay, so
nonsense.
what I'm about to say might sound crazy, but I can
Yeah,
prove
down
my
in
theory
the
down
pizza
here.
pasta
I think my
sewers.
sister's soul is down here, so
Why does he have so much hair physics?
Rory,
Uh,
I think you might be
I
a
don't
bit-
know.
Okay.
The only one
no,
with hair
this
physics.
will
It also
be
looks
fine.
like Michael
Let's
has a beard right
I
now.
just want you to prepare yourself that what you find down here might not be her.
Whatever. But I know it's her.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just allowing the ambiance to speak for itself. This certainly
Looking
is
at the sewer.
a
This very
si-
brightly lit sewer.
Yeah, this video game ass sewer level. Civvy would be so mad if he cared about RPGs. Hey, look, actual music again. I don't know what, like, genre this is, but I dig it.
I would call this opening scene of coming of age movie.
I don't know if I'd agree with you.
Like, I can hear this over some, like, shithead teenager desperately trying to catch the bus in the morning.
No, all I hear is Garode. I don't agree with you at all. Clearly, you're not Garode-pilled enough.
Yeah, you never finished playing Valhalla for me.
Well, then why don't you play it yourself then, wanker? Oh, by the way, these
Because
are...
you do all the voices good.
I certainly did not. You just liked my, oh god, what's the news guy's name's voice? Donovan. Something D. Donovan, he's my favorite. Because I do that voice where I'm just imitating my favorite character.
Photo shoot.
Ah, he's dead now. Look at this guy. Look at this fucking Sigma.
Oh no, it's a mermaid. You called the mermaid a Sigma.
Yeah, that's fine. Mermaids are in fact Sigmas. Think about it. They got all those fish bits. You can't even like get up in there. You can only do like mouth stuff. And look at that mouth. I wouldn't wanna. I mean, hey Toll, if you had to, which way you want to do it? Do you want the fish half on the bottom or the top?
On the bottom.
Really? But then you
Yeah.
ain't got no stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah, I guess you would say that. Known mouth stuff longer, Tollington.
If I get to hang out with the mermaid, I get to hang out with the mermaid.
I didn't say hang out with the mermaid, I said do the mermaid.
I don't want to do the mermaid. I want to hang out with the mermaid and
That's
go on
not
some
what the
kind
point of
water
the
adventure.
hypothetical is. The point of the hypothetical is, would you rather do the top fish part or the bottom fish part?
The answer is I wouldn't.
What you have, that's not an option. You
Gun
have
to,
to.
Michael's gun to my head. I have to fuck one kind of mermaid.
Yes, that's the point. You have to pick
And I just
one.
look Michael in the eye and say, "Hey, which one?"
No, you have to pick. You're being problematic. I'm gonna cancel you on fish Twitter. It's not been taken over by Elon Musk yet, so it's still cool. That and fish Nazis are wildly confused. Thinking about who I should shoot. I should shoot a rat. Because I won't be able to hurt the mermaid meaningfully. But of course I shoot the mermaid because I'm more afraid of them. Dang.
I needed to kill the mermaid.
Oh, you're ahead of me again. And yeah, it's just like a render issue I've been getting for some reason. I think it's just because my computer is wildly bad. Not like it's like a bad computer, it does its best. It's just old and falling apart.
It is a veteran.
It's a decade-old gaming laptop that I use like it's a hard desktop because the screen can't be opened or used.
You just plug it into a monitor, which is the right thing to do.
Yeah, and also it's made out of 40% glue and dead ants. I do think there's souls trapped in that thing. Sometimes it makes a noise that sounds suspiciously like screaming. That being said, it still runs pretty well despite all of that, so I give it a pass. It's a good
And
computer.
pat very, very, very gently.
Yeah, I give it a little thumbs up, and then it emits smoke and sells Belphegor is coming, and I nod. Yeah, look, now it's a shitty mermaid.
And we're in an outhouse.
I seriously can't believe that they're like, here, look, a poo anime, and it doesn't even have animations. It doesn't.
It makes turd noises.
It doesn't blink. They don't like wiggle. It's not like those horrid poos in Binding of Isaac. It's just it's just a flat model. Oh wait, no. Looking at it, they made the model slightly breathe, didn't they? Yeah, they very slightly wiggle.
Gentle stretch.
Are they supposed to be like Dragon Quest slimes or something? This is what I mean by not having that many ideas. They didn't even give them a funny name. They're just called Pooh. Makes me think of a certain Let's Play by our favorite homosexuals, Gabe and Yahtzee. You know, I think that if Gabe and Yahtzee had spent more time together and he had been went to America with his wife, I think Gabe would have successfully transed him. He has a record of that, you know. The other person on Keep It Classy is a trans. He's the one who helped.
Oh, you're saying Gabe has a record of cracking eggs?
Yeah, he cracks eggs somehow. And I mean, Yahtzee's recently said some things that made me go, oh, okay. What was it again?
Certainly got some gender feelings, Mr. Yahtzee.
No, he said it's not gender feelings. He made it pretty clear what camp he's in. He said the phrase, well, yeah, if I got to choose, of course I would have been born a woman. You know, that's just like normal. And no, Yahtzee, no, it isn't. I should go get the actual quote and put it here, but that would then I'd have to figure out which one of the fucking goddamn zero punctuations it's in, and I care.
I mean, it's not like you're against watching zero punctuation.
I fell off when he made that Persona 3 Reload video, where he made a couple arguments that I could only describe as being lazy. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm done watching these over and over again for 15 consecutive years. I did start watching them when I was 14, so actually it would be 16 years. God. That being said, there's nothing wrong with still watching them. He still makes good jokes here and there. Pork pie hat, fucking useless. Vella's like,
and
here's
finally,
how. Look,
finally.
Vella gives me the rock thing, and I immediately go, I can break rocks? I can break rocks? This also unlocks a new ability for Alex. Oh, incidentally, listener, if you ever feel yourselves thinking the thought, well, obviously, if I got to pick, I wouldn't be the gender I currently am. I'm sorry to tell you, but that is not a standard thing that people think. If you shake your average cis man and say, which one do you want to be, I'll tell you right now, they won't change their damn answer.
I'd say, well, of course I still want my penis.
Gender expression is pretty strange, though it also doesn't really matter in the long run, but we have to hyper focus on it because of Nazis. You know.
Because they just couldn't be fucking normal about it.
Well, no, it's because it's not about being normal or not normal. It's about using us as a wedge. That's all it is. Trans people are just fun to kick, and it's easy to kick them because there's not that many people, and there's even less willing to defend them who aren't already in the camp. And by eroding trans rights, they can then erode gay rights, then the rights of women, and then so on and so forth.
Well, I mean, as much as they are functionally...
Hey look, Vela got a useful ability. She can
Yeah.
boost your strength by 25%. Go,
You really want that sword, huh?
Yeah, I immediately was like, oh my god, can I switch the dumb fucking record for that, please? Gimme. Gimme. Yeah, here's Suture. Pretty handy. Also stops bleed, which, I mean, any form of card stops bleed normally, so. Yeah, the Nazis are coming. That'll be the thing that ages this video more than anything. It'll be before the camps. Before Trump tries to invade Canada but gets confused and sends the entire army into the ocean instead. Oh yeah, there's also all this crazy shit, including the red version of the final boss for some reason, on top of a Star of David, which something Jewish conspiracy. It all comes together. You know, that's why gamers were weaned on hating furries, you know.
Because they're weird.
Well, yeah,
you can't have weird things.
They're a weird minority, and as such, allow the normalization of the idea of othering and a lot of other complicated politic and nonsense. In essence, the value of it is that gamers are wildly unperceptive and willing to engage in communal behavior. So if someone comes in and goes, oh yeah, well at least we're not like those dirty blanks, then it begins. The amount of current Nazis that were radicalized on Xbox Live should not be underestimated. Alex is thinking about it right now. Thinking about getting called the N-word by a 12-year-old playing Halo. A classic experience. I actually had a Nazi attempt to convince me down that path at one point when I was playing Xbox Live. Luckily, one of my friends was an older woman and realized what was going on and made a stop of that. Thank God for her in that situation. She definitely stopped a guy who was definitely trying to convince me that certain races were of a lesser creed. Which they aren't, in case you're curious. Although it is true that white people are inherently the worst. I'm kidding. With who's currently backing who, I don't think my funny reverse racism that's still just normal racism will fly. Now I'll just call them a bunch of snow roaches, like my hero Cody Shody. Maybe I'll put a Cody Shody as the recommended for this episode. Which one do you think I should put, Tom?
Which one?
The
Elon Musk Nazi problem?
I mean, that's like relevant to the current moment, but I think we should pick a fun one, right? Like, I mean, the Boars episode would probably give somebody a bad impression. Oh, is this when I realize I'm a little gamer and I'm gonna gamer my way across the map? Oh yeah, I think it is. The Jordan Peterson one's probably not a good entry point, is it? You know, considering it's near 3 hours long. Don't look at the timestamp. It's a very brief video. The Tim Pool one, maybe?
The Tim Pool?
That's 2 hours long. I think the Steven Crowder just needs a friend, and I'll do it, I guess, is probably on the list.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty good.
Yeah. He's the only newsman I trust, that Cody Shody. Mainly because he looks like someone hit him with a hurricane gun.
You sure believe that he was in the wildfire radius.
Yeah. Yeah, he sure was. Which one? You get to decide that for yourself, listener.
You've got to go turn your fetus in.
I know.
My favorite.
But I was looking for more fetuses. I don't think I succeeded in finding any. I was also trying to figure out which egg I wanted to crack. Besides Yahtzee. The fedora to trans girl pipeline is strong. That being
the two kinds of people who were into My Little Pony when bronies were a thing are either no queer or Nazis, so.
Yeah, or both. That being said, I don't condone harassing people about their gender identity. I'm making jokes about it, and if Yahtzee hears this, hi Yahtzee, I don't know why you're here. But,
hi Yahtzee, don't play YIIK.
Don't play YIIK. Also, your opinions on Persona 3 Reload annoyed me. And I'll never forgive you! I'm just kidding, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna be one of those dirty Smash Brothers players who never fucking left him alone about it.
Wait, what did Yahtzee say about Smash Bros?
He didn't like Smash Bros too much, and being Smash Bros fans, they were constantly harassing him about it. He had
Yeah,
he had a lot of.
isn't his kind of video game.
Yeah, he's not a fight game person. Gabe is his fight game person, and he doesn't have access to Gabe anymore. I hope him and his wife and his dog and his, I think he has a child or 3, are doing well though.
The Wine of Fortune.
Yeah, I got the booze card. It boosts the chance of rare item drops, which I don't know what the fuck that means. And reduces enemy luck, which seems useless to me, so that card's not going in there unless I was to farm. And I'm holding on to my blood because I want to keep feeding it to the poisoned apple. Here's me losing my mind. Why isn't this working?
I thought you did it from the front. Yeah.
Okay, we've already hit like everything we shouldn't talk about in a video. Trans people, slurs, politics. What are we missing? Threats of violence against a sitting public official, maybe? I mean, that's probably already implied, so we can probably just scratch that one off. I should alienate a bunch of people. That's what I should do. That would be funny, right? I mean, I probably alienate a lot of YIIK fans inherently because of the way I talk about them, which isn't very nice of me.
I don't know. I don't live my life in the way where I have a list of things that will, like, the most upsetting conversation topic at any given time. I don't have that inherently.
No, we're not doing that. We're trying. It's just because of the video. You don't pay attention. I've already hit all the notes, Toll. We can't unopen those boxes, so we might as well open them all at the same time.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I don't know what the next box is. Excuse me, why is his abilities in these lines don't make any sense when he's looking at a sentient pile of poo.
Well, they're just generics. They're not supposed to make sense. He's like a pacifist. Despite the fact that he is actually just like a parry character. I think he's supposed to be like a pseudo-paladin, but I don't really know. Also, his little parry state has a key problem in that it doesn't encourage attacks on him. So, despite the fact that he was parrying there, Alex took every single hit.
And lost a card.
Mm-hmm.
Wait for me.
Yet again, just shooting the mermaid.
But yeah, because look how much damage it does. Trying to figure out what the hell I should do with this useless character. And then he's like, ah. I genuinely can't figure out how you would use Rory in any useful manner. Like, look how much damage it did. That was good, but that requires things to hit him. And since he fell out of his parry state, that third hit didn't even matter, so he just took damage. Bikes, not cars. Is he supposed to just be like a shithead leftist? But not, like, well done? Why would he even say that? It's not even like a pacifism thing. It's an eco thing. But he's not like an eco-terrorist character. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't actually at any point in the narrative that up to the moment that I played mention the fact that he's a pacifist. Yeah,
we just talked about
it's just like an added detail.
And I believe in like
yeah, and he has a shitty armor. If anything, they should have remade him so his shitty Sonic OC was like a stand. Like, cause I think the detail is you could completely remove his pacifism from his character, and I don't think it would change anything. You wouldn't have to change any lines. Here's me realizing that I'm never gonna care about him again. That not completely true, because the way the game works now is that when a party member dies after a few turns, the other party members will get shuffled in, which is useful and does make Rory like kind of a handy background oopsie poopsie things are going bad character, but he certainly ain't staying in the front line. He's certainly not part of Superstar Michael. Here's me trying to see if this will stun them. It doesn't. The cat is the only one that interacts with enemies. I guess the panda blocks them, but...
Do we not get Rory's hair whip in this dungeon?
No, we used to, but we're gonna get it later now. At least I'm pretty sure we used to. I'm like 90% sure. You get hair whip later. It's still just the same thing as the amp, but instead it's an Easter Island statue plant with a haircut because Pokemon?
Wasn't it just the same as the cat?
What? What do you mean it's the same as the cat?
I mean, he whips something in the distance and that's the ability? In the map?
No. No, it's just cut. It's just HM cut. What the fuck are you talking about?
Nonsense, apparently.
Yes, you are. As I said, it's the exact same thing as well as amp. It does nothing differently. It's the same with the candles. It's just a progression blocker. It's no different than him giving you the red key.
For me.
Why do I always end up with exactly 100 XP? We will see her teeth, watch her lips part, and witness her die. She is the well-adjusted daughter of the king and the queen. Our Princess Sammy, now Princess Amelia.
Once Princess Sammy, now Princess Amelia.
So I was attempting to break this at one point or another so I could try to get the power-up stands to appear from underneath the rocks or whatever, but it appears they're actually spawned independently, so you can't. Hey, look who it is.
It's the Goo Girl! It's the Goo Girl!
The Slime Girl.
She's so cute.
Maybe she'll save this terrible episode. You can definitely tell me, like, stopping and going, wow, they finally did it. They added a good enemy. I don't know why. Like, once again, the discordance of this game. Slime girls as a thing have been around for a while, but they weren't popularized until, like, the early 2010s. Then they've now more just become, like, a staple of Monster Girl stuff. And while I'm a big fan of slime girls, this is a good slime girl, I don't know why she's here. She's just... They were like, slime girl, that's an enemy to find in the sewers, and sure, whatever, thumbs up. Good character, if only because it's a slime girl.
It doesn't scare you as much as the mermaid.
Well, it's not, the mermaid is dangerous because of its fucking well attack. That and it once hit me for 150 damage, and I don't know why, but I've been paranoid since. Why is there pink slime coming out of those, despite all the slime in here being green? Like, the pink slime is the poison slime that hurts you when you walk on it, which I hate, because I'm wearing shoes. Just finding money in treasure chests over and over again.
To contribute to the, as you've said, eating money later?
More or less. I think this is the exact point in my PlayStation 5 playthrough in which I gave up, because the Golden Alpaca fight was unpleasant and long and annoying, and I didn't want to have to watch the cutscene again, so I just went, I'm done. You win. YIIK has defeated me. to Snake Rar's opinion that this game is actually an abstract metaphor, not a metaphor, is actually an abstract meaning, or wait, let me try that again. To Snake Rar's point that this game is in reality attempting to waste your time and it hates you, was his initial thought upon beating the game the first time, and he had to like pull himself away from it because it's clearly not true, but it feels that way. At least 1.0 felt that way, rather. It felt like it was attacking you. This is like a fun game now. I mean, if you're poisoned on YIIK, it's probably not gonna save you. The more and more I look around, the more and more I find that people do not have a positive opinion on IV. Admittedly, they're probably farther in this than I am, but I'm not seeing a lot of groundswell of YIIK good now. Although I have seen some people claim that YIIK has always been good, and to them I say Michael Gunn. The Pump Up.
It had that cool sword in the Pump Up animation.
And Alex's record, which is very strange, as it doesn't even show Vela doing an animation. It makes me think that Pump Up was probably originally an Alex ability. I can't name the amount of times that I've tried to use Panda Barrier to avoid damage and it's not worked.
Why is there a fail chance on Panda? Oh, just because it doesn't hit him.
No, it's not a fail chance. It's slow.
Yeah.
Look, 2 hits have gone by before Alex is gonna actually get to use the fucking thing. It's super slow. And then the way it works is it seems to calculate a damage total on Panda's HP, but it's not like depicted cleanly. It's depicted by the circle. And sometimes I've seen attacks do all of it, and sometimes I've seen it do just a little bit. So I have no fucking idea how it works. I also would point out that this is really bad dungeon design. It's just 3 side paths that you have to go down to collect 3 keys to open a door.
Is it to fight 3 Ninja Turtle references?
Mm-hmm. Cowabunga! Except they're not, instead of being composers, they're artists. And there's only 3 of them. They could have at least done like a rule of 3 joke where 2 of them are turtles, and then the third one is an ostrich.
A guy in the same outfit?
Yeah, that could have been it. It could have been literally anything, but there's no joke here, really. The joke is that they're named after dead idiots instead. And then they say some kind of twee line that only makes sense if you even know what they're referencing, which you won't, because you're a gamer. You don't read books.
No, that is simply a feature of YIIK.
Art is not what you see, but what others see. Just like my Radical Blade. Well, most people saw YIIK as being a terrible game, so unfortunately. This is better, though. At least the music's fun now. Yeah, so this is where I've cemented the beer strategy. Look at his speed getting massively boosted. I didn't like the look of that. There's a lot of fucks in this song.
Do you think this is the same artist as,
Vex Your Enemies? Sounds like it. Could be someone else, though. I don't know. I have no idea how buffs work in this game. I don't know if you can multi-stack them or not. I don't even think the key colors like reflect anything. They're just green, silver, and purple for some reason. Did Edgar Douglas, or whatever that name was, have some relevance to silver?
I mean,
what am I doing?
I'm not a gamer, but I also don't know who Degas is. Other than the fact that's how you say his name.
Well, then you should tell me about him if you're so fucking informative.
I just said I don't know anything other than how to say his name.
Well then, I like those kinds of pants.
I think the sewer could have done more with using your utilities as movement.
But that would imply we had utility as movement, because we won't get the skateboard until Vella's dungeon.
Why do they keep locking all of like the enjoyable parts of the game in design?
I don't know what you're talking about. Most of this game wasn't enjoyable. The only part about the skateboard is that you get to go, yeah, skateboard! There's also like 4 versions of the same just unlock a door button, so I don't know what they were even going for. Like, the amp already solves the problem that the candle and the hair thing does. They just wanted to arbitrarily lock them behind further progress in the narrative. And I guess they didn't want to just be like, Vella walks over and jerks Alex off a little bit, so now he knows how to play the amp better.
And they could only think of 2 things that could potentially block progress, and it was a button that you can't immediately reach, and a thing in your way.
You're forgetting about the lever that you could hit with the cat.
I mean, I think that falls under button you can't immediately reach.
Yeah, I guess so. They're not even like levers where you have to flick them on and off again to make things go. Once you flick them, they're just done.
I mean, they made an attempt at that in the new intro part where you have to flip the lever to move the carpets that are floating.
Tall, that's been there since the base game. You keep doing this. You're not a YIIK fan. Stop pretending.
I don't claim to be a YIIK fan. I'm just, you know,
that was in 1.0. It's one of the few times that the levers do that. But most of the time, they're just like A, B, on, off. God, Alex YIIK, you really just drain it out of me. What? How much video left? Oh yeah, I end right here. We don't even get to the golden alpaca in this video. We have to go to the next video in order to see it.
I'll leave you in suspense for the true reveal of the golden alpaca.
Oh, be quiet. We'll probably end up recording that like tomorrow anyway.
Really tomorrow, the day in which we also have to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, we have to because I have a gun to your little dumb head, your little dumb mouse brain.
No, I have a gun to your dumb head.
No, you don't. I have a gun to your little dumb head. Anyway, like, yeah, that was YIIK.
YIIK in the sewer dungeon, which is very super meh.
It's not a good design for a dungeon, and it's not playing into any of the fun abstract elements of YIIK on top of being a big shit show where you run around to find Rory's soul survivor. And then the alpaca happens. And that's all just like how it is in 1.2, so... Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, you shot me! Oh fuck!
It gave me so much hope with that really good cutscene when they first got into Rory's house. That was fun. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was new and neat, and it did stuff with Michael. Unfortunately, too much of this game's old bones are still here, so it definitely drags it down in places. At least Alex isn't as fucking annoying. Well, goodbye, listener. Singular. We'll see you next time. And remember, if you YIIK, you must bleak.
Gotta bleep your YIIK.
You gotta bleep your YIIK.